I'm Ian, and in this Prism tutorial I'm going to show you how you can use the scheme editor using Citadel paints to go from this to this based on Astorion from Baldurs Gate 3. So without waffling on too much, let's just get into it. Once I'd built Archon from Dungeons and Lasers, featured in the September issue of Miniature Wargames, I started trying to picture how I was going to paint him. For some reason, Astorion entered into my mind. Perhaps it was a detail on the clothing, and hey, who says a rogue can't play the lute once in a while? Chris Pine certainly did. Taking this inspiration, I fired up my laptop and started to look for images of Astorion to see if I could find something that showed more of the clothing he wears to get a better idea of where to start from. Instead of jumping straight into the image analyzer, I thought, why not show you how you can use another part of the Prism system? So I fired up the scheme editor instead to show you how you can adjust the settings to get the colour scheme you want by dialing it all in manually. I'll start this by dialing in the blue. Being a rich blue, I need to make sure it's highly saturated, but a lower brightness to bring about the hue. But here's where it got interesting, and gave me an idea for a small addition to incorporate into a future version of Prism. I needed a rich blue that was high in saturation, but with a low brightness to deepen the hue. But then came the challenge. While the magenta I need is analogous to the blue, the gold of the trim is complementary. But the analogous option doesn't stretch far enough to get to the magenta, and looking at a triad option didn't give me the magenta option either, but swaps the gold for green. Eventually I decided on a square scheme. This gave me the magenta and the gold I was looking for, but also the addition of a green that I would need to squeeze into the model somewhere. But instead of treating it as a strict four-way balance, I decided to look at it as a wide-angled, analogous scheme with a complementary green that could be used to break up the boundaries between the colours. If you're a subscriber to the channel, which you should definitely do if you're not already, or follow me on Instagram or Facebook, you'll see that there is a similarity in the colours to a short I released prior to this. For the eagle-eyed, these colours were used on the test model before I decided to try it out in full. And to me, the scheme worked well enough that I was ready to move on to painting Archon using the Citadel database. While mixing colours with INSTAR gives you more flexibility in the colours you can choose and make, using the pre-mix library of colours does give a more limited set of options, but most of you will already have Citadel paints kicking around. It's pretty much where we all began in one form or another in this hobby. By bringing the final highlight to be in line with the highlight colour, and then brightening the highlight to boost the contrast, I get presented with 4 swatches of colours and a list of paints required to paint the model. I won't walk through the whole painting process or how to paint with Citadel colours, as there are plenty of other great channels such as Sonic Sledgehammer that cover this already. This tutorial is purely to show you how Prism helps build your painting scheme, tweak it to your taste and translate that inspiration into colours. Whether it's a screenshot on the internet, a game character or even something you saw at a walk, Prism gives you that freedom and the tools to say, I can paint that. As always, thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more Prism content in the future. It really means a lot and it does help the channel to grow. So thank you very much, and I'll see you in another Prism video. Bye.